Hey
Hey
guys!
guys! Alright, so this lesson is just meant to teach you all about different ways to represent solution sets. So we can represent the solution set in words, using set notation, and also using a number line.
Okay, I'm going to do the first one with you guys. If you notice on number one, there is just a closed circle right here. That means that the number 5 is the only solution for this problem. So describe this in words. The solution is 5. Okay, the solution is 5. That's the only answer here. The set notation, you would do these little curly brackets. If you don't know how to do them, just kind of do two little squiggles with the number 5 inside of it. All right, write an equation or an inequality. We know the only answer is 5, so it's x equals 5.
Alright, number 2, a little bit different. If you guys look on the number line here, there's an open circle. So what does that mean? It means that this number that it's at, number 1, is not included in the solution set. Okay? The arrow is covering all of the numbers that are greater than 1. So that's how we would describe it in words. All numbers greater than 1. Okay? If we were to write this out in set notation, we would have to write it like this, okay? We are starting our set at 1. That 1 is not included, so I want to use a parentheses here, a round bracket, okay, because the 1 is not included. Then I'm going to write a comma, and I need to write whatever number I'm ending at, okay? Where does the set end? Well, if you look, there's an arrow. It goes on and on and on forever. So it is ending at infinity. We don't know exactly what number it is, okay? And we close that off with another round bracket.
Infinity will always have a round bracket. It will never have anything else.
Right, because we don't know what infinity is, we cannot include it in our set. So, if we were to write the equation or inequality for this, again, we would use maybe a variable like x, okay, is greater than 1.
Okay, let's take a look at number 3. Okay, so if we notice here, just like Miss Barley was showing you above, we know that when this is an open circle, it means not included. Okay, so this number is not included. So to describe this in words, it would be all numbers not including 4. So we can actually do set notation for this a couple of ways. We can do set notation where it's x is not equal to 4, or we can show it this way. All right, where is this arrow going? Now, like Miss Barley said, you have to go from where it started. This arrow is going on and on and on and on and on, and it's going all the way to negative infinity. Remember, infinity gets a parenthesis, so you're going to negative infinity, and you're ending where? Right here at 4. 4 is not included, so it gets a parenthesis. But is that the only thing that's here? No, now I need to go in the other direction. Now, if I'm going with this arrow, I'm starting right here at 4. It's not included, so it gets a parenthesis, and then it's going all the way to infinity. And again, anytime you write infinity, it's a parenthesis. So for this one, it says write an equation or an inequality. You would write x is not equal to 4. Another way we could have written this is x is less than 4. That's kind of like what these two are saying. And then right here, the black part right here is saying x is greater than 4. But notice that 4 is not included.
All right. For number 4, looking at this number line, we can see that there is a closed circle on 4. So that means that the number 4 is included in this set. And the arrow is covering all of the numbers that are less than 4. So when I write it out in words, it's going to say all numbers less than or equal to, because the 4 is included, 4. Less than or equal to 4. Okay? To write this out in set notation again, going from left to right on our number line. Where does this set start? Well, because it's starting down here way in the negative direction, we're going to say that this set starts at negative infinity. Then we need to find out, where does it end? It ends at 4. And that 4 is included in the set, so I need to use a square bracket, okay? To write an equation or inequality for this, all the numbers, so x, which is less than or equal to, remember to include that little equal to part, 4. All right, at the bottom of the page, this is just showing you guys, they're giving you the information in a couple different ways, okay? All these different ways to write out the same thing. We're just going to put them on a number line. So reading the words for number 5, it says x is a real number greater than -2. So I'm going to -2 on my number line and drawing a circle. Miss Santiago, is this -2 included in the set?
No, it is not.
Because it does not say specifically greater than or equal to, all right? And then I'm just going to draw my arrow to cover all the numbers greater than -2, okay? Looking here, this is also written with that integral notation. The -2 is not included, that's why it has a round bracket. And it's going on and on forever to infinity, which also has a round bracket, okay? And then here it's written out as an inequality. X is greater than -2.
Okay, so the next one is pretty similar to what Miss Barley just did. N is any real number less than or equal to. So when I see that equal to, I automatically know that that number is going to be included, so it's going to be a closed circle. That number we're talking about is -1. Go to your -1, and it's closed. I always kind of look at that part first, and then I figure out what direction I'm going in. It says any real number less than -1. So where are all the numbers that are less than -1? We're going to go to the left. Set notation, we know that this arrow right here, this arrow is going all the way to -infinity. And then when it kind of makes its way back, it comes back to that -1. It gets a bracket right here because it is a closed circle and it means it's included. And then right here, our inequality is n is less than or equal to, again, if you see that little line underneath, is equal to -1. All right, so now once you have completed your notes, please go in the room, find the classwork, complete the classwork, and then bring both to the teacher before getting a quiz.
Okay, and make sure you guys are really understanding what this means. It's the first lesson in the unit. It kind of sets you up for the rest of the unit. So make sure you're understanding, okay? Good luck.
Good luck.